Hello, I'm in Bucha with Andriy, who is a soldier in the Ukrainian army. He's been taking us on a tour of Bucha, where he lives when he's not fighting on the front lines. Thank you, Andriy, for your service. Wanted to ask you, American aid is possibly being voted on in a couple of weeks, or 1 to 2 weeks in American Congress, and wanted to hear your thoughts about why the U.S. should provide more aid to Ukraine.
I think one of the main reasons why they should do this is because when they signed Budapest Memorandum, they promised they will protect the sovereignty of Ukraine, and that should, if they want to be seen as a country that values their deals, they should deliver what they promised.
And you know the battlefront better than Americans. How is Ukraine doing in the battle right now, and how would this help the soldiers like you on the front line?
Currently, we're in the defense mode. We are protecting our current positions, but the ammunition shortage definitely affects our ability to effectively fight. We have enough to defend ourselves, but if we need to continue liberate our territory, we'll need more ammo. And currently, Republicans are sabotaging the military aid, and that is very frustrating. When we have more ammo, we'll have more artillery shells, we'll be able to liberate our land and kick the Russians out behind the border.
And you grew up in occupied Luhansk and had to move because of the war.
Yes, that's correct.
You grew up speaking Russian. Probably you know Russia better than any American. What's your feelings in terms of of getting your Luhansk back and your homeland back? What should we know as Americans about Russia?
Well, you should know that their government is not to be trusted. The Kremlin is run by ex-KGB officer who plays the Cold War still. So they don't value their deals, they don't value human lives, they don't value anything but money and power, and this is sort of enemy we're dealing with. They're using their own citizens as a cannon fodder for the attacks against our territory. And Russian citizens themselves are more or less passive regarding the ongoing conflict, which will only lead them to be enlisted at some point and being killed in the land that doesn't belong to them. So when it comes to Russia, the only thing that they respect is strength. We show them strength, and if we have more ammo, we'll show them some more until they will know that the kind of aggressive wars that they've been raging on Ukraine, Syria, Ichkeria, and Georgia are absolutely unacceptable.
One last question for you, Andriy, is we were talking about how the soldiers from Russia tend to be from minority areas of the Federation, right? Central Asia, and Russia's own imperial past internally. Any thoughts on how to slow that on that issue of Russia using its minority population to fight this imperial war?
Well, it's like you said, it's an imperial war, and empires tend to separate the people under their control into the right people and the other kind, and then they can use them to continue their imperial the war of conquest, and that's exactly what they're doing here. They're using a lot of minorities to feel within the ranks of their forces, and a lot of them took a lot of major casualties, and that's the fate of the conquered nations when it comes to Russia.
Thank you, Andriy, for your service and for your courage and fighting for democracy for all of us.
Thank you for